Welcome to the live broadcast. This is a stream from Sylvester Kwasi Bekoe. Great to have you on Mission and Ministries Sylvester on our live studio section creation on YouTube, the Universal Channel, and Universe Commanded and Control. Welcome to the dual section and subtitles, also having the Monstrous, which is not a part of our work, yet the Mysterious, where we want to also talk in a moment few outline and creature elements that would have to have understanding to what it is the most reality other than the world corruption it is in most society that do not have understanding for what it takes only to attribute the art from the Lord to be in the corruption of a beast other than the reality. Now take a look what is on the screen, presenting myself and the most knowledge creation from the light, that if the Lord should give us a space of light or for light, he that understand that his work may appear in the light, that it will be on the display from the Lord's vision, dream, and very daring authority, that my name will be mentioned, not in the name of the Lord in corruption, however in the name of the Lord in the command, righteousness, and reserve. This is what I'm doing at this moment. I need to take water and to highlight on the topic captions here, very necessary why we need to talk about it and understand, not as a thing, but as a creation. Watch here. I'm gonna take this. This is paracetamol. I won't say that there's any spiritual law that says that you in your flesh you fail to take paracetamol, or in your generation when you didn't have paracetamol, there it makes it what? Your spirit doesn't want it. So it's your spirit who doesn't want it. But my flesh is not your spirit. So when I'm going to take paracetamol, I want to tell you the function of it in this day, even in my flesh, what I need it for. It doesn't mean taking paracetamol is breaking a spiritual law that you keep. I don't keep that law. I've told you, I've had myself work almost every important need. For that we bringeth healing or relief to the flesh. If somebody should create for you how you should get sick, and they also get for you how that thing should be relieved, you have to apply it. Until you get to know what they did that went wrong or affected your life. Like I just want to wait a moment. Let's take it on the live so that you'll be saying the Lord is this. You don't know what it is. This is the tablet, this is the the disc that we've been saying, paradisc. If the Lord indeed is well understood in your creation, he is the same as they are referring to as a healing you have from this, that is said, even as manna, that is as white as you eat, so that this will bring the healing to your what? Your kind of anxiety and maybe subconsciousness that is a dream somewhere or something in the stomach that is causing problem. You can be as many self to oneself. So if things are happening and you don't understand it because you don't have that level of light. So this is light. I want to put this light in myself and for healing in the flesh before I go on the business today. And I need to minister it. So this is the word minister. So when I take this out of this and eat, I have administered myself unto myself. So I'm telling you myself how I receive and what I give out there. So what I give mostly is what I create from without fault. So I'm taking this like this on the live so that you will tell me that it's a stone that is sitting here or a ghost that is sitting here. I'm not one of them. That's why I eat those things that I have to eat when I'm in the living flesh, as I'm not to be deceived by somebody's rule. You are not the one dreaming for this. However, you may have a portion that should work here, that I cannot doubt healing, but I have to also study, if I take this, what it does, so that it answers somebody else. Because of course the word para is what? Paradisc. So this is a disc, is also a disc, which you want to say that you are seeing as a stars, they are like this. Just that you trying to say it on earth. Like this earth, when you're walking on it horizontally, it looks flat and a little hippie. But when you are in the space, it's just like in a round. As it is, having volume and shape like you're seeing it. Yes. Wait a moment. Did I show anything on the face as bitter? No. It won't be as bitter in this expression how it will affect. No, it doesn't affect it because it is not showing what bitterness in my face. But when you take it, it will become very unfriendly to you because you haven't gone beyond the level of bitterness to know what this is. So I've taken it on the life. Don't tell me that I'm not the one taking what. What I have to take is a spiritual law. So I cause that which must bring good to this situation. Anything that does not bring the good to this as destined, that he called removal immediately. So I'm not seated in the position of my enemy to laud him better than myself, to know the function of this. You know, the topic, what I want to talk about is so necessary, but I'm taking it on the level that you may understand that there are some spiritual things you have to just do. If you don't know how the spiritual thing gets to you from the prophet, and they made some of them beneficial to you, that at least this one you may reach out there and then you tell them, just consult, and then you get healed. Don't tell us you live in the faith, which means faith should be working. But when you live and faith doesn't work, it is not called faith. So when you tell somebody you are living by the faith, and then we don't see the things healed, that is wrong. Faith is invalid in you. Because you don't have to have faith. You have to say it's working or it works. The word faith means if it should be, I'll say, peradventure you meet it, you will have it. But you don't have to say you are living in a situation where you are describing the situation to be faith, and then you are supposed to have relief because you were not born like that. Or some of them, to be in case they were born like that, so they hope that they meet the one with the faith. And their little hope, which is also spirit, but is tangible, to that level, minute, we could not do for them, yet they cannot say, when they meet it, they don't know what can heal. That's it. So let's get to the board right away. Let's get to the board. Main world like this. So we'll be looking at this creation, which will say, in my sitting position to the east, in my waking up today, I have to have this number 149. And this has to be what? Mysterious as a topic under this. On Mission Ministries Sylvester and Mission DNA Ministries Sylvester. There is Kwasi Bekoe on the live. So watch here. You first of all look at this number. You see the 914. Look at what they are here. What does it look like in the short? You are seeing it are this same word, these same numbers. This is what we are seeing here like this. This 914 is here like this. This same 914, you are seeing it here as what? As pray, that is P-R-E. I'll be getting it. Alright, watch here. Then you have also word here. There's one word also here. Now if I now decode to a certain level, look at this side here. 149. Look at what it is here. It is also what? As you are seeing ear, your ear. You are seeing ear in this. You are seeing ear in this. Here we got ear. Now what is ear? With the number 149, it is reading as ear. That is to say E-A-R. I'll be get it. And watch out. Now let's put prayer. So this is where you have P-R-E, E, and then we have A-R, which becomes the word like this. What you be saying, prayer, prayer. But I told you that that thing you have been saying is a different thing. So where we have it displayed, let's display it. So we got to display that. So this is what we will have from this, code. So we have from this side R or pray. So we have this word pray. Then we have R like this. Yeah, this is it. Oh, hold on. I'm working something out. So it is to show. So I don't have to get in the rush. So I'm in the very supernatural force. Let's see. So here we got it. You put it right there. Let's see how it is. Yes, this one first. So this one, we got this one here. And then this one. Well, is that what we're saying? Yeah, I want it to be in the sixth place. So we have P-R-E or A-R-E. And then we have here E, yeah. So that's what we're getting it. So this one, and then E A R. Yeah, I want us to have it like this. So I want us to have it like this. Then look at what it is. It is going to tell what? Pre-ear. So that in this, you are seeing ear. This one, ear, ear. Or you are seeing it like horns. So this is the side, you see it. Like the ear, ear here. And then you are saying this is the horn. So you are showing beast. But I'll tell you with the numbers is just decoded to tell what I'm saying. Watch carefully. So you have to have ear. So the Lord is saying, to err is humor. So if we have it like this from these brokers, it will be surprising. I don't need you to rush. If you rush, you won't get it because nobody's talking to the ear. I'm the one creating what you are not hearing. So that when I finish, we see what the Lord has heard. Watch here. So numbers, there are these numbers are represented letters, and letters are represented numbers. That's why we tell you when an angel is given. So it is. Now these two things, they are not two different people. It's one personality. One person is this. So these two stars are one personality. Yet look at it. When I make this circle, this is a sitting position or in the world on which probably I dwell. That is when I'm sitting down. Then in the same sitting posture, we will have this also created, where we have the five-sided figure right here. And then what is the five senses that they probably talk about? So even what works around this part of heavens, and what works the same number, yet when it comes to the earth. So this is when it's on earth. Look at it here. On earth you are seeing it like in a round, in a circular form. But in this heavens, it's like in the kite or the aeroplane. You see what I'm saying? So that in the flight, you are seeing the same. This is one person. So when I'm seated facing the east, this is how it is. Or any direction that I face, I have to have the same. So when you see one star or two stars, it's just one person. Now to see the posture in the sitting, when I'm meditating, this is the star that begotten it. And then when we're talking about the star, it's decoding. So if I don't tell which part you are seeing as this and this, you will never know it. That's why you attribute things wrongly to others. And you don't know what you're saying. And they say, even when you hear, find out what they mean. So look at this here. So we have what from the number 149. And we have it written in the number as EAR or EPR. These are like, let's just look at it in the EAR. And then the same number 914 giving us what? Pray or R. So that with this already you are getting what prayer. So that's a pray ear. To have the ear first, that if the Lord speak, you hear it. You know it. So that is what really makes available our live broadcast, which you want to say first time ever. First time ever. So this is ever created. So that when you are in the occultic or Freemason or Illuminati, what they show you there has not that level to what we are saying is without corruption. So without corruption, because out of knowledge you are getting it, out of spirit you are witnessing it, and out of the same corruption a human being corrupted. Because stars were formed out of the works of an angel, and the size of the star is a human being and the posture he takes. So a star is a direction of posture that you take. Let me tell you. So if you see a person meditating, the form the person takes in the meditation are these forms, which the Lord himself, you cannot say, he has really created to be one of the stars you are seeing in the heavens illuminating. However, that which is impossible when it becomes light in the heavens as a rock like on earth. You see this form on earth as we are living. On earth you are seeing it like this. Like area like you have been displayed to this, but when it's light, then it will glow. So the portion that is extended beyond, let's say this side, is the cardinal point. That is the light casting its main source out there to reach other dimensions, so that the source middle here becomes high intense. Now let me put one of the elements right there, like one of this. Let me just put it here to understand if you were like this. Like when you see the sun and its flames, how it radiates. So that is, you see it, right? So that while doing this, it becomes a star and also flower. You see, I just put this right there. and then it begins to show you a flower and its sepals and petals. You get it, right? So you cannot corrupt the world indeed that the Lord created according to the law to what you believe is with you in the occultic or Freemason or Illuminati. However, it is also a knowledge given from one of them based on how they were given or how they have. That's why they have to give you the rule. So when it comes to without corruption, without any corruption, this is it. It means I'm not in pain to express the feeling of somebody else to you than coming to create what it is. You see that, right? So on this life, you are getting it like this. So if I'm sitting here, let's say my form to be like sitting, and this is probably my arms. However, if I'm sitting, you won't see it like that. Yet you can draw out of the posture this same star. So you see that what has to do with the flesh is the same thing. That's why we told you every earth or like every star or any rock of which the Lord is. So one of the stars, just say every star is represented by one person on it, and that person is the one who ruled on it, and any other person that followed it. Do you agree or you don't agree? I don't have to ask whether you agree or not. What I'm saying, you have no, look, they say unlock membership benefits. But what do you think it is here? To have knowledge that leads to light and war, and to know who you destroy and who you keep. That is the law. That's the only law that exists. If somebody tries to take your place for what they are not, and then you lose it to them, and you become corrupt in your own way because you have given, then how you get it in the place again to get yourself, that is the war you have to face. And that's why you contrast some spirit or angels who may be talking to you, yet they have not talked to this. So they can say it is their own talking to this that made myself draw. So out of my works, I've created this personality. So that I now show you what they have been saying, that when a star is turned opposite down, then they are saying it's Lucifer or Satan or somebody. No, that's not what it means. The original thing that I'm saying is this: that sitting at this base is this, and then at the top is the upper part of myself, which also forms its own star. This one leads to the head part that you are seeing like this. And indeed, it is. And at the same base level to this, also like that. Just look at, so that if the star is from top and is reflected from the top, light behind, you see a shadow cast like this. So that when we make this, let's say color, when a shadow is cast, now we don't want to apply it over there. We want to let it take the form itself. So watch here now, this one. Yeah. So that when a shadow, let's say when light is thrown from behind this, you will see this one as a black hole in the light. You will see this one as a black hole in the light. And you will be able to see what? The main light source as it casts its shadow on you. What is the reason for the shadow cast on you? Because this is also an object like this. So whatever light you are seeing reflected from above, that form is that which also cover you. So whatever good it is that casts a shadow, that good cover you. Whatever is evil that casts a shadow on you, that evil will show. So when it's evil time, that's what it says. So watch here now. So if the light is thrown from behind this star, from above it to this, like you want to see it like a form of eclipse, how they show you. When light is thrown from behind this, it will be as white, but you see it as white. Let's take it to the other page. Let's take it to the other page. Let's create a new page for it. Let's take a look at what I'm saying. Let me just do that. So I need to have one more page inserted here. So that's pretty. Let's do that here. What did we do? No, it's not complete. That's not what it is. So I was just supposed to be the shootout question. So let's have this one. And that is it. So watch carefully. You need to pay attention to what I'm saying. What I'm actually saying is this. So that when you take a look at my rule and the original from originality, it has nothing to have the knowledge of who taught you the one that is corrupt. You are simply saying when a star is turned upside down, then you are saying Lucifer, head and beast. You see how you are. Even as you try to say, is the the horns of an animal creature. But the original thing we are saying, what you are taking from the star, originally the Lord has not created a star that should be, you are saying it, five-sided figure. But when you sit down, you will have the form like this. That's why normally they will draw a circle and then we sit in the middle. Then in the middle, the posture of the human being is the forms you are seeing, the dimension of a star. So five-sided figure is the human being form in any way, whether from above or from the sitting. And I'll show you what I'm saying. When some of the postures sitting, that draw this. Let me show you that. So that you tell me that we have to join somebody's. No, but it's the Lord himself to join. Then you should have understanding of who I am first. Now watch. So as it's ready, we wanted to do this. I wanted to take this part out so that we have a space created. So I want to create one of the objects here. Let's look at these to be what. Let's draw one of the circles, but let's say many-sided star like this. So to show that this is working not as an enemy. So let's watch. A moment we have to break here a little. So at this moment, and this level shows what I'm actually presenting. Now, so when we have this, and you probably want to say in the eastern, as you label it, you can just do that. If you feel like that's the eastern part, the rising of the sun is, so is this mountain and the sky above it. Now here, that from behind coming up or rising to hailing. So it being that the sun hailing to its source from east to west, or what we name it, or west. So they are direct opposite, so it's west. Now here it is. So west travel to west. That's what it is. That's what it is. So west, and now that, let's say that the light from the source is this, and if there is a star here, that star should be not as you think there's a path that you can walk through like this. If it were just in the round or in any form that it takes. Now look at this. Let's make this color being an object like this. Let's say that won't do that one. You know, the side I'm using. Okay, let's just show this. What I mean is simple, but let's just use the main form here to do that. Yeah, let's do that. So in reality, if there should be an earth or star in any other place, like you are saying star, here it should be that you cannot say the light can pass through this. This light cannot pass through this physically. So you have to know it like an earth, where you are unable to walk into the ground level for the dust or the soil level, where you have it going downwards. You can only travel on the surface or revolve on the surfaces, but you are unable to what? To go to, except we have a drill bit or those activities that can drill or bore a hole. You are not a drill bit. You can't do that. However, you can, with the support of pickers, shovel, those things that you do. That's why you simply want to say, if I say it's impossible to just say you walk into that earth like you think it is, walking in any direction freely. It won't be like that. So that, don't expect this light to also what? Just pass into this to piercing, like, you know what I'm saying? It won't be like you are seeing an injection and string going into your flesh like this. As you see it, there should be a spiritual way it penetrates, but it won't be physically. You try to say it's possible just doing it, like you causing damage to it, you know, when you're doing that. So if this object should be here, and there's a light source from this end, this light travel like this formats